Jasmyne and Vince.
The JasVynce Show.
The JasVynce.
It's been a minute.
You got all the energy today.
I always have all the energy.
You're right.
It's a brand new episode of
The JasVynce
Show. What's going on, y'all?
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince. And we are here. Sorry we missed y'all, folks. Life has been lifing. Heat wave in California, all types of crazy stuff. Queen Elizabeth died. R.I.P. But we are back with a brand new episode to talk about Married at First Sight Season 15, Episode 10. I think 9 was the one that we missed, but we back, y'all. We back. So we did have a couple things that we did want to touch on. We did get to enjoy all of the after parties.
We've been watching the after parties.
We don't always get to watch the after party, but it feels good to be able to watch it. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We appreciate you for watching and hanging out with us and leaving the comments on our Family Chantel videos from last year. So we're gonna do a recap for this season too. Not every single episode because it's very depressing. But please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Like this video right now. We appreciate it. Comment if you're having a good time when you find the need to comment. And of course, subscribe. We appreciate that as well. All right, but let's get into it to talk about these couples. All right, this episode is Moody MONTHAVERSARIES because they was Moody.
Yeah.
They was Moody.
What?
They was Moody. They just was. All right. 4 weeks. I don't have the description, the past account description. I had the one for the last episode. 4 weeks, 30 days, whatever you want to call it. We finally got to see the couples. It's always one of my favorite things because they get to share each other's love and see each other's pictures and all that good stuff.
This was one of the worst month-anniversary episodes.
This is bad. This is pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
It wasn't doing it for me. I feel like nobody was like actually really happy. It was weird. Okay.
It was a lot of non-happiness taking place. It seemed like it just wasn't the best month anniversary.
Maybe they should have stayed on the East Coast. Married at First Sight. Everybody been saying they want them on the West Coast, but these West Coast folks is just all over the place.
It's not the same.
No.
There's a lot of craziness going on as well. I will give them credit for the last episode. It's not even for this episode, but we got to meet Dr. Pia Holick, the sex therapist who I think she was a nice, interesting conversations.
I feel like they got rid of Dr. Viviana for what? Because we ain't seen Devon Franklin yet.
Not yet.
That was the first time we saw her. She didn't really leave a lasting impression in my head. Also because who was fighting? Alexis and Justin was arguing in front of everybody last week and this week.
Crazy, y'all making us look bad.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do this.
Don't do it.
I don't understand why people argue in a group. That's uncomfortable for everybody else.
Yeah. And speaking of arguing in a group, just because we have to touch on it because we didn't get to talk about it. Shirtgate 2022. Shirtgate. Please do not argue in front of everybody. Please do not make a big scene about a piece of clothing in front of everybody.
It was a joke too. Like the fact, like he's like, I don't like to be told what to do. The fact that Mitch was that upset about a prank to the point where his wife had to tell him about the prank before it even happened.
Look. I know you're not gonna be with it, so let's just talk about this first.
That's too much.
Just a little bit.
You got to be a good sport.
But go ahead. I was gonna say, let's get into this episode
and that's part of being a husband or being a wife. You're gonna do something you don't want to do. Like I told Vince what to wear all the time, and you live.
I do live.
I wouldn't do you any harm.
I don't believe you, but I appreciate it.
I will get you with the shirt.
I appreciate you. And trust me, I figured that shirt prank is gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen. So be it. I will be a little bit tight, but it'll be funny still. But yeah, let's get into this episode. There was a lot of weird stuff in the last episode. Lots of crying, of course. But in this episode, we did get to see. I can't even say. There was growth. There was some growth in different directions than we were expecting.
Who are we talking about with this growth?
Let's talk about. Ooh, my pictures is all over the place. I was gonna say Nasha and State. Stasha and Nate.
You know what? I do gotta give you that. I think that this couple this week has been like, they the most stable couple, and that's not what I expected.
Interesting. But that's the fun part about Married at First Sight and the producers and how they flip stuff around. And
But Stasha is doing the most. She is pressuring her husband to fall in love with her, to say that he's in love with her, and I think it's weird.
Wasn't feeling it.
Especially it's been a month. I don't care if it's a husband or a boyfriend or somebody you just dating. A month is very soon.
Was it her mom that said that?
Her mom was like,
it's been a month.
It's been a month, but his actions are aligning with what you want.
Thank goodness.
So
at least.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be on F-boy stuff.
We'll see. At least. In the last episode, I was getting worried because they were talking about ultimatums and the fact that I think Nate was dating somebody for 2 years and never said he loved them or something like that. And I was just trying to get to a point where she was questioning him so much, and a little bit in this episode too.
She basically was doing what Pastor Kyle said not to do in the beginning. She was like, she wanted the Social Security, she wanted their credit score on date one. She was doing it to her husband, and it was kind of hard to watch, in my opinion. I feel like I ask a lot of questions, but she was asking a lot of hard questions back to back to back. Well, why? Well, why don't you do this? Well, why this? I'm like, you doing a lot. Like, you're doing a lot. You have nothing but time to ask him questions. Yeah, I ask you questions.
The way that she asked,
questions.
I was wondering if she even loved him herself, because the way she was so aggressive.
Because if she did love him, that's pushing him away.
I agree. I would have to agree on that one.
Yeah.
She did say that she felt alone, and he was, in the last episode and in this episode, his biggest thing is that, I'm taking the actionable steps to like get to where you want me to be, but I can't get there if you're gonna keep keep nagging every single step of the way. Like, I can't just keep saying I'm gonna do it and put in the action. You'd be like, well, where's the action? I'm doing the action. I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
So in this episode, he is falling in love, apparently.
So much that they got matching tattoos.
Oh, I was gonna say, and a post-nup.
And a post-nup. And signed it.
Who
and was there.
Who was more excited about that post-nup?
She was. Maybe the lawyer. I don't know. But
the lawyer got
either
her
way,
back.
he said he was showing and proving, basically.
Exactly. So. But yeah, I thought that was dope. He was like, I just want to make sure, saying she's not trying to come after me for no money. I did appreciate that. What was it? I think he gave her a 4 out of 10 before. He was like, yeah, now you like a 7, 8, something like that.
Don't rate your wife. Let's just avoid that altogether.
Yeah, don't rate your wife.
Because your wife is a 10, because she's married to her.
This is true. I mean, he didn't stay
married.
He didn't have no choice. So. But yeah, they got matching tattoos, and they talking about babies.
That was a joke, I think. I don't know.
I can't tell.
Couldn't tell. Babies.
Let us know if you think they're really talking about babies. Because, again, as Jasmine mentioned, she just seems so open and like starry-eyed.
That face is scary.
So starry-eyed.
Don't do that face to the camera.
Oh my God.
Stop, don't do that face to the camera. That's scary.
One more time. Oh my God. The babies. Matching tattoos, post-nups. You're doing everything I want. You love me? Oh my God. You. Hey, brother and sister. Yo, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You are so trash.
Oh my goodness, yo. I was just like, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. But I am glad that Nate is putting in the work. Whether it's sincere or not, I don't know him personally, so I can't, he just
might be a zero energy person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm starting to think.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I was like, he don't really seem like, he seemed like he's just doing it to shut her up. And it was like, yo. I
was thinking that initially, but I think getting a tattoo for me changes it.
I agree, but also...
Because I'm not getting a tattoo just because I'm trying to prove to somebody. I'm getting a tattoo because it actually means something to me.
I was going to say, real man relationship advice, I'm snitching. Most of the time, we just trying to shut y'all up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Moving on.
Cover up.
Anything else about Nate? Cover up? You funny. Anything else?
You funny.
I am. Anything else about Nate and Stasha? Stasha?
Mm-hmm.
Stasha?
Nope, nothing else.
I'm just glad that they vibing. They vibing. It seems like a pretty decent vibe. All right, let's get into just because I have them here. Are you ready for this? Are you Are you ready for Min Borgen?
Basura Ibn.
Basura Ibn. Okay, so usually, I think I have a special.
No. Okay, so
I think I have a special graphic.
I told y'all a couple weeks ago I wasn't feeling Morgan. I feel like she's about herself and everything revolves around her.
You said that a couple weeks ago.
I said that after the honeymoon. I said this. So I just didn't think it was a good match for what he was looking for, and like he just seems like a pleaser, and she is like everything is about her. But pleasers eventually get tired of always pleasing someone else when nobody's trying to meet them halfway. So I called it. I knew it. I just didn't know she was gonna be such a. I can't think of another
individual.
word. Thank you for that.
Trash.
I think that. So basically, long story short, what happened is she got mad because she found out that Ben was still like venting to Justin.
Still, or was she mad about the venting from before?
She was mad about both.
All right, just wanted to confirm.
But what happened?
Let us know if y'all think that he was like
the,
continuously talking.
Yeah, I feel like the fire was fizzling out a little bit about it, and like the trust and stuff might have been built up a little bit more. But then Alexis told her, "Oh yeah, they be on speakerphone. They be chatting it up. Like, why would you do that?" I feel like Alexis. I don't know if Alexis was being messy.
Trouble starters, just a little bit.
I don't think she was being messy. I don't think that's her intention, especially because I feel like she was Team Ben before. Am I bugging?
I think most people were, especially if that's your husband's best man.
Yeah, but I think that.
Which also, why are they so cool? Like, that's cool. I don't have an issue with it, but like the amount of cool that they are, they don't have nobody else to talk to really. So
that's how you be.
No, I understand.
You be like that. You be like, yeah, I met another host.
I understand.
And you be raving about people. Like,
this is true.
Stop.
This is true.
Shout out to Scotty.
Hey, shout out to Scotty just cause. I think it's cool that they bond. That obviously you want the husbands to get along.
They're going through a similar experience and they have similar personality.
But that's what it is. The similar personalities. Because honestly, if I was going through, yo, my guy, we got to talk about our wives. But just the way that they're playing it out, it just looks like a lot more than it needs to be. I'm sorry, Morgan. I still got you up here on the screen. But yeah,
I think that her feelings are valid. Yes.
Okay.
To an extent, because my issue is every time she like supposedly confronted him, it was a one way. It was just, you're trash, you're this. It was like very bashing, and it wasn't an equal like interaction. Like everything he was like trying to say, she cut him off. So we never really got to hear his side of the story at all. And she was like, no, I'm gonna walk away because you're not owning up to it. Like, so it was basically like Ben reminded me of like back in the day when we would get in trouble with our parents, and then they give you that lecture, and then they be like, I didn't ask you to speak. Now speak. Oh, so you can't answer the question? You know what I'm talking about. Where they tell you shut up, but then they say, oh, so you can't answer the question? And I'm like, oh, I'm allowed to speak now. Oh, okay.
I didn't get a chance to speak. I just got my ass beat.
Same. In some ways. Verbally beat.
Pre and post lecture.
Right. Okay. So anyway, that's what it came off to me like. Because Ben was like, I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. I was like, you're exactly right, sir.
It's a catch-22.
So my issue is her communication. She does not know how to communicate. And I feel like she just was just like, she's right. And what she feels is more important than how she was talking to her husband. And Ben just going to have, a black queen in a few months after this.
I can see that.
I'm saying.
I can totally see that. But Jasmine, remember, it is their very special month-aversary. So that they'll probably get together. They'll probably have a good time. They'll probably, Ben might get his wife some flowers to show her how much he cares and adores. And she'll accept them with open, loving arms, right?
No, she dropped them immediately.
Did she drop?
Babe, all right, pass me something. I'm going to show you what she did.
Oh.
All right, this the flowers, all right?
Okay.
Say hi.
Hi, here are your flowers.
She dropped it immediately. And he
it
thought it was
throw.
slipping out her face. He thought it was slipping. He was like,
He did try to catch it.
No, she was like, no, I dropped that on purpose. I could tell.
He did try to catch it real quick. You must have.
Oh, you about to cuss me out?
I was, you know what I'm saying? And Ben is just such a fun, loving guy that, you know, he's always like, he's ready to be.
He don't know what's happening.
This is not, like, you can see his thought processing, like, this is not going anywhere near where you still mad about? So, yeah. So, apparently he lied to her face multiple times.
About talking to Justin. Okay, I will say that the one thing that he could have did was, and Alexis did bring this up on the after party, he could have talked, he got friends, he could have talked to his friends that were not in that circle.
They wouldn't understand.
They wouldn't fully understand,
and they don't know her.
Vent,
and they don't know her. You know
but if he wanted to vent, and I think that was the issue. Because I understand where she's coming from about, like, not giving all these details like that. But also, it sounds like Ben wasn't telling her everything he was thinking too.
Of course, yeah. And I
but
hear
I
you
think
on,
men do that
all the time. I hear you on the venting to other friends also, because you could have spoke to someone that has seen you in other relationships or just knows how you behave, and, you know, gotten another view on that. And I kind of regret not doing that as much, you know, before getting married and stuff like that. But anywho, any ounce of respect that she had for him is completely gone now.
I just feel like that's like spitting on somebody.
Oh, she didn't spit on him? Because what I was watching, I felt like she, you know, in
she had some particles.
Every reality show, I felt like spit, drink, like table flip. It was like everything.
She did all of that verbally.
Just by talking to him and dropping the flowers. I feel like she did all the reality go-tos.
Yeah, I didn't love that.
I would love to see what the Lifetime security guards look like. You know how on VH1 when people start brawling and stuff, the security guards start coming out. Anywho, I was glad that they sat down for dinner. That was the most, you know, the ounce of respect came back, I guess. And he admitted that he talked to Justin multiple times behind her back. And I'm still trying to figure out, I need to hear these conversations.
I think the issue is, first and foremost, rule number 1, be discreet. So if he wanted to talk to him, he should have been like, bro, meet me at the pool. Let's go to the gym and talk in person. Your wife ain't there, so Alexis not going to hear nothing, and his wife not going to hear nothing. So that way you would know the information came because he literally went home and had pillow talk and told his wife all your business. You see what I'm saying?
Pillow talk.
I be telling Vince everything though, but nobody tell me nothing crazy. So
I was like, what some stuff, I guess. Anything else about Morgan and Ben? I don't know. Before they sat down for dinner, I thought that was what's your man's from last year? Damn, I can't remember his freaking name. Dude that got stood up like the second after he got married.
Oh, Chris.
Chris, and what was her name?
Alyssa.
I know I got a picture of him here somewhere. Yes, Chris and Alyssa. That's who it was.
Just look at his hand motions. They're so impressive.
Look how tiny their picture is still. Like I said, producers, they be giving the tiny pics to the couples that, you know what I'm saying? Just put it up.
You keep saying that. I don't know about that. Who's next, babe?
All right, so we're done with Morgan and...
Yes, moving on.
And Ben, let us know if you have anything cool about them or if you feel like they might pull through. But yeah, I really thought it was over between them.
Yeah, that's how she was trying to come off.
All right, let's talk about Lingel. Because they've been calling themselves Lingel still, right?
I don't know. I think we called them that.
I don't know. I don't have any real notes on them, except for they both said that the process, this is in the group chat at the table, they both said that the process is going better than they expected. And I thought that was really sweet.
I think that Miguel is something up with him, and I don't know what it is.
He plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but I think...
His friends
is he like a secret serial killer or something? Something up with him. Something about him is a little bit. It concerns me. Something is off.
I would have to assume that anybody that plays Dungeons and Dragons is a little bit of a secret serial killer.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. It's just why do you think he's a secret serial killer?
It's something about his mannerisms. I don't know. It's creepy. But also,
I need more detail.
So Lindy. The only thing I really remember, I can't talk. The The only thing I really remember is they got their wedding book, and Lindy was like, "Oh, that was awkward. Oh, that was awkward. Oh, this was awkward." And he's like, "Damn, I didn't feel awkward."
Yeah, I thought that was. I tried hard not to say anything about this part while it was on, but I will just say that I hate negativity. So like random little comments about stuff like that is just like, girl, can we enjoy this, please? Please.
That's basically what he was saying.
Please. Too. Why are you doing, my hair? Oh, that was so bad. Oh, remember that awkward conversation? Oh, this is, hey, you look beautiful. This is supposed to be a nice moment. We're on TV as well, so you don't have to like shame yourself and me at the same time while we're doing this. Like, you can say nothing, honestly, and just be like, oh, like, you know what? But I don't like to silence women. So
yes.
Feel how you want.
Let her have her feelings.
Feel how you want. But
she could have said something like that made him feel like, because I felt like on the wedding day she was like excited.
They was vibing on the wedding day. I feel like.
But she didn't say nothing about that. She was just like, oh, that was awkward. But it was. I think she was talking about just from her perspective. She wasn't talking about their joint experience.
Mm-hmm. And look at you now, just a whole pizza talking to some other people in costumes and stuff. But yeah, I didn't have much about Lindy and Miguel, except for in this I think that was funny. Was it this guy? What was his name? Steve or something like that. He talked to
Miguel.
He talked to Miguel last episode, I believe, and I just because my note is still here. He said the conversation between Lindy and them was like a little wet blanket. Just had to put that out there. I had it in my notes.
I remember he said
so he was like, "Can I be honest with you real quick? It was like a little wet blanket on the day." I was like, "You had a little wet blanket saved up to give to your mans?" Anywho,
a little wet blanket. What does that even mean?
It put a damper on the day, apparently, the conversation, because she also was saying negative things about Miguel in that time, or her experience.
No, she was talking about the healthcare situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably would not have said that to my friends. Yeah.
Her experience. Yes. That was kind of wild. But anything else about Miguel and Lindy? I don't know. I think they'll do okay. We'll get to them in the ratings. I can't remember who was there one more couple that we didn't get to yet? I think people really call him Tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said that.
Anywho, let's talk about Alexis and Justin, the best couple yet.
They give me anxiety. So she was talking about how he doesn't like self-regulate his emotions.
Yes.
And I thought that was interesting because I know there's different ways to self-regulate. Like for me, I like to take a minute like apart after. If I start getting riled up, then I'm like, all right, let me just take some time to myself. Mm-hmm. But it seems like he just will keep pushing, like, and it's like the example where I was saying where you will be like feeling a certain type of way or you don't like something that somebody says. And then you're like, yeah, I'm just annoyed, right? And then you'll be like, oh, I think you're angry or something. And then you start getting angry because I feel like that's where she be coming from. So basically what happened was they went on a dinner or whatever that Ben and Morgan didn't even go to. They went on the month-anniversary dinner with all the other couples.
In a potty bus with a stripper pole.
And what was they talking about?
Why Ben and Morgan wasn't there?
No. Stassi and Nate, somebody was talking about like developing feelings or like where they feel like they are in their relationship or whatever. And Justin asked Alexis, oh, do you have something to say? And she was like, I don't want to speak on it right now.
Oh, you jumped right to the actual dinner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. So Justin was like telling Mitch like he sees the growth and all this stuff or whatever. And I could tell from her face, it's black woman conversation is what I call it. I knew exactly what she was thinking based off the face and the look down in I have nothing to say.
She did not want to make her husband uncomfortable.
Because he's sensitive.
Not only because he's sensitive, but also because she feels her husband hasn't progressed at all.
She didn't say at all. But I think what she was saying was you can cry for Ben's marriage.
Yes,
you can take the time to notice that Mitch is improving and all this stuff. I think she was saying keep that same energy in our relationship. And that's exactly what I understood when I seen her face. But then he's like, oh, so you don't want to say nothing? So then I felt like he got salty because she wasn't gassing him. Like, she didn't take the opportunity to gas him up or something.
Salty is a great way to describe what he was going through right there. Because I was like, ew, what is this? And
she's just like, I don't have anything to say. Then he switched it and was like, oh, I find it funny that you don't got nothing to say. And I'm just like, this is not about to go well. This is not going to go well.
It could have been stopped at so many times, but
he kept saying, yeah, so tell me. Like, he kept saying, what, did I do something wrong? I'm like, just relax. First of all, I told you, don't be arguing in group settings. It's not a thing.
First off,
it's uncomfortable. It's as uncomfortable it is for you. It's more uncomfortable for everybody else that got to sit there.
Hell yeah. I think Miguel was the most uncomfortable somehow. He must have been sitting like directly across from him because he kept like trying to find stuff and like look other places and change the time. So he must have been sitting like directly across from him.
It's uncomfortable.
It was so uncomfortable. But yeah, she's a runner. She's a track star. She said that in the last episode too.
Yes.
So I was just like, I think it's interesting that she gonna run away when it get hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she in that time was like, look, all right. Again, I'm not married yet. I feel like she could have said something, right? Am I wrong?
But yes, I do think it's wrong.
I feel like she could have said, she could have like same way like, oh, we don't have to put all of our business out there. She could have said something.
I disagree.
Okay.
I think that one, if she had something to discuss, like if he would have been like, oh yeah, we could talk about this later, she would have brought up the concerns that she has to him in private. You don't want me to bring up a criticism of you in public before I've spoken to you about it in private. Exactly. So that's what I think she was thinking. But the issue is she had the black lady face, so it like as soon as she heard it, she gave the face, but then she like suppressed it and shut it down. And then he like, nah, say what you was gonna say.
And we saw the face. We seen it.
Yeah, as soon as she said it,
so now he
I paused and I was like, Vince, that face means this. She's annoyed with what he just said.
You didn't have to tell me.
She's annoyed.
You didn't have to tell me. I grew up around black women and I still live with one.
Why you look like you need help?
I always need help. He's like 7 feet tall too, so he probably saw every angle of the face too. So he, what's up? What you got to say? What is it? Don't try to get tough now, Tree.
Right.
You're gonna end up crying. We know. We know how it goes. All right, dog. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, I thought it was kind of rude. I don't even know if rude is the word. Again, she tried not to say anything, but she ended up saying that her husband hadn't progressed, and I was just like, that's not cool, man. Like, he's been working on stuff. That's
what I be talking about when somebody...
He's been working on being less vague.
When someone needs time to process and think of a constructive way to give criticism, you don't push them.
I hear you.
Especially not in public, because I'm going to embarrass you. Like, since you keep pushing me, I'm going to embarrass you. That's what happened.
Oh, my goodness. All I can hope is that Newton is okay.
Newton was cuddling with Justin, so I think Newton is cool.
That Newton is good now, you know what I'm saying?
But it's been 4 weeks. Where the hell is Maya at?
Maya in the pound somewhere. Still, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say.
Wow.
I don't know what to say. But anything else about Justin and Alexis?
I'm embarrassed this week.
A little bit embarrassed. Just a little bit. But I think they can get better. I think they can. There's potential. I thought they was done after the dogs, honestly. Let's talk about the best couple of them all. I just keep saying that for everybody. It's sarcasm, obviously. Kristen and Mitch, who I don't think I said anything about this.
I did. I thought it was interesting this week because, well, was it last week or this current week where Mitch was saying he's against flipping houses? And she was like, that's something that she wanted to get into in the future. And I'm just like, capitalism versus Mitchisms is not a thing.
Yeah, we should have started with them just because I don't have much to say about them either. But we know how Mitch is going to be. It was nice to see him on the after party as well.
With his Jesus sandals.
With his toes out. You know what I'm saying?
No, he had the The Grill Master 100 sandals is what he had on, but he had them in light brown, not the dark brown ones. You know what I'm talking about.
Interesting.
You know what I'm talking
about. Anywho, bitch. Got nothing to say about him.
It basically came up that Kristen felt like she was compromising and suppressing herself a lot. Basically, what I said from the beginning, like, whoever they would have gave her, she would have tried to make it work. And now she's realizing that I can only change myself but so much to where I'm still happy in this relationship. Exactly. I think she is happy in this relationship, but I think Mitch and his recyclable life would drive anybody crazy. That's why he's been single.
And I'm glad that he knows that as well. I think that Kristen has been doing a good job at trying to, look on the bright side of everything and make it seem as if, hey, really enjoying myself in this relationship. Everything's cool. This process is dope. But she got Mitch, so you kind of
she was concerned that he wasn't really ready to get married.
And apparently, so was he.
I think that right? Why he do this? If you got a question, am I ready to get married? You probably should not be on this show, sir. But I think that Kristen is she's literally the perfect person for this show. Like,
why is that?
She's open-minded. She's not stuck like, oh, I have to have this type. She comes in with the right spirit. I think that she's fun. Like,
I'll give her that.
I think that she has the right attitude and she's communicative. Like, I haven't seen anything super crazy from her that would make me be like, no, she's nuts. She's one of those very, like, neutral people to me on this show. And I haven't had too many people on this show in all the seasons that I'm like, this person is neutral. Like, I don't love them and I don't hate them. It's usually I either hate them or I love them.
Oh, not bad. I have nothing else to say about Kristen and Mitch. Would you like to talk about some ratings?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's rate these people here. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, the last rating that we gave Kristen and Mitch was a 7.5. And this is when things were looking a little bit more
steamy,
on the up and up, if you will.
I still give them a 7.5. I think they're solid.
I'm surprised. Again, we haven't seen them really beef. If anything, the conversations that they've been having, even Mitch said, I don't know if I was ready to be a husband or whatever, shit. But, like, that was still out in the open. That was still, like, no animosity towards each other.
Yeah. They're adults.
They're communicating. You can give me some weird vibes today. I get that we're close together, so I'm just going to ignore that. Anyway. 7.5.
Why are you fiving your future wife is the question? You're trying to friend zone me?
You want to kiss every single time that we get? We'll do that later. Anywho, 7.5 seems like a D. That's
solid.
You're being generous today, I would say. I'll go along with that just so I don't have to type more. But please let us know how you feel about Kristen and Mitch. If you think there's anything that could help their bond, please drop that in the comments. Because I don't know what else we're going to get from them. Lindy E. Miguel. We gave them, you gave them a 5. I gave them a 5.5 last time we spoke. I feel like they've been chill, but they weren't the couple that was on fire this episode.
I think they haven't the sex, so they okay right now. But I'm not impressed with them. I don't think that they're super compatible. Or I think that he really does. There's a lot of things that he really doesn't like about her personality. But he's like, oh, but she's cute. And he wants cheeks. We know this. So.
Who don't?
Yeah. Well, he going to have to run that insurance to get some cheeks. Because if I was her, I'd be like, run that insurance for some cheeks.
Say, yo, these cheeks need to be protected medically. And dentally. And vision just because. You got vision?
You're crazy, yo.
So, we gave them. Well, I gave them a 5.5. Would you elevate their score because of the cheeks? No,
they the same. I still don't think they're gonna make it.
It's unfortunate. Stasha and Nate. We've given them consecutive 6s.
I'm gonna give them a 7.5 today.
I'll go with yeah. I'll
you
go
keep
with that.
saying you don't know if he's doing it for the right reasons or what.
So that was part of the argument from the second he brought out his phone on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
That was part of the argument. Once she wouldn't, I don't know what her issue was. Was it he wasn't revealing how much money he made at the time, or she didn't know exactly what he did because
we knew he had a bankruptcy.
Is it because he DM'd too many of her friends on Instagram asking about forex trading? Like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it was.
So
you know what
crazy.
I'm saying? But I do think that, yeah, I think they're deserving of a 7.5 at least.
Yeah,
they are.
I think they're solid. They're going in
moving.
the right direction. They don't. I don't think I've seen anybody on the show get a tattoo.
He's doing
before the thing was up. Now
he's doing it. Well, you've watched the show from season 1, so
I don't think I have.
Somebody's got a tattoo, but I don't know if it was part of the show, especially not within the first month.
Well, other than the tattoo, a baby, Shawnice and Jeff D.
Anywho,
I'm just saying that's more commitment than a tattoo.
Nate and Stasha get a 7.5 from us, y'all. Let us know how you feel about rating these couples. Again, don't forget, out of 10, nobody gets a 10 in Jasmine's book until they both say yes on decision day. All right, and just their compatibility, how they feel in love and stuff like that. Alexis and Justin received a 5.5 from the JasVynce show last time we talked.
They might be a 5 now. I don't know, man. I'm rooting for everybody black, but I don't know. I don't know if it's he got to work on, like, he needs therapy. He does not know how to manage his emotions at all. And I think there's also the stigma with, like, black men not being able to be, like, they consider emotions feminine, and he's like the far left version of that. So it makes it even worse. Like, I would consider you an emotional person.
So would I.
But not to that degree. Like, it's enough for it to be noticeable. Like, you're very empathetic, but he just crying about everything, emotion. Like, I'm always scared that he gonna start crying every time something comes out of somebody's mouth on this show.
On a level of 100, I would put myself at maybe like a 65, something like that on the emotional scale, which I would say is above average.
I would say he's a 95. I've seen him cry more than
I was gonna say like 88. He up there.
He's up there.
He up there.
It's something wrong with that.
And
like,
then also, as you were saying, there's it takes, and this is a part about emotional intelligence that you have to recognize, when to drop it. Like, yo, this is not the time.
Yeah.
Bro. This is not right now. Simple as that. So it's rough. I really hope he works on it. I hope his boys talk to him more. I hope Ben text him or something like that.
It sounds bad, but I feel for Alexis because it is draining.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can see that being draining. And then she already upset about her dog. What else she upset about? She upset about multiple things. She also wasn't super attracted to him initially. Like, you got to think about this. And they celibate. Like, it's so many layers to this.
And he was stalking her DMs for the last couple years.
Oh, yeah. And he was
on
like,
top of that, this, you know what I'm saying? Now I got to look at you in your face and you still crying about it. So I can imagine the multitude of
I feel like emotions. Honestly what her emotions is probably like everything that she was like, I don't know about this guy about
it's
before.
Right in my face.
It is confirmed that is, but she does care about him and he is a great person. He's a good husband. That's the thing. It's hard when like there's so many positive qualities, but then there's like huge red flags. It's like, do I want to deal with this for years?
Shout out to Karen and Miles just cause I feel like she had made so many assumptions and then looked at his Instagram and was like, oh man. And then I think most of their marriage was going through those same thoughts in her head. Like, oh, this is who this guy, this is who this guy is. Oh, he's only
26.
This is who he is. You know, but you don't get to know who he is until you talk to the real person. Right. Ben and Morgan is the last couple. We also gave them a 5.5.
Are they even together?
It's rough.
They get a 3.
You know what?
And the 3 is for hope.
I say we ask the flowers. If Flowers, what would your rating for Ben and Morgan? Flowers, your rating for Ben and Morgan. Please let us know if you think that they would make it.
It's a 0.
Dang. Let us know what your rating is.
It's a 2 or a 2.5. Let's go 2.5.
I'm rating it. I will give them. I might have to just go with you. I'm just going along with you on these
Why?
because I was gonna say 3, 4, but it again, our rating is usually based off their compatibility, their amount of working together.
We're not able to see their compatibility because all she doing is fighting.
That's what I'm saying. So their success in the marriage, and their acceptability and like perseverance in the experiment. But if you're gonna, again, I really thought she was about to Alyssa and Chris from right there. I'm like, yo, talk to him.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that they sat down at dinner, but I really don't know because they didn't show up to dinner after that mental health day. So we don't know. We don't know where they're going. So I think they absolutely deserving of a 2.5 for right now.
Yep.
Man, that is all of our couples. I have no one else to talk about. Anything else?
Nope.
Of course, man. Of course.
Let us know if you're watching Big Brother.
It's right. Oh yeah, we gotta watch Big Brother too after this. Please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Do that thing. If you're a hustler, to do that thing. Yeah, we appreciate you for watching this whole entire time. Let us know about all the other shows that you might be watching. Drop those in the comments below. Also, if you're covering Married at First Sight, 90 Day Fiance, Big Brother, any of those other shows that we watch as well, please drop those in the comments. Drop the link or something so we can check out your show when we have some free time. All right. I think that is all for a brand new episode of The JasVynce Show. Peace, y'all. Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne